More like a bicep you have. You know, you have Gary has a really strong bicep. Gary's like, yeah, right, that's right, baby. Okay, that's right. Finally, some damn recognition here, Joslin. Okay, and squeeze left and right. Watch my pressures. This way, not this. Even this won't work. See? You need to go like that, right towards the bicep. Okay, he's on his back. So now you've gotten the mount. And depending on what side you did it on, you're going to have one hand around the head and one hand under the armpit. Okay? So from this position here, we're going to go for the arm triangle. Okay? But let's backtrack a little bit. So sometimes we end up just there right away, but sometimes he's already got his elbows in and you don't have it. Can you do this one? No, this one, sure. Okay, so from here, his both elbows are in and I don't have it. Okay, I don't have an underhook. So first thing we have to do is establish a Lommel. So we put our feet in the hole and we bring our knees apart far and we curl our heels to feet together like this, crisscross. Two options here, guys, for Lommel. You can cross your feet or you can just clap your feet. I don't find I have too much success with this because you can't let that separate at all. So I like to cross. It's up to you though. Pull your heels to the sky and float on him. You see my knees left the floor? That's because I'm generous with my weight to Mark. I give him 100% my weight right where he breathes. Find that spot, okay? Now he's suffering here, okay? Sometimes we rest on our knees and now it's not so bad. I go around his head and now I want to establish the underhook. So his elbow's in. I'm just going to take my hand, okay? This one, okay? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go underneath his elbow with the notch of my wrist here, like this. See, just a little bit. Keeping the pressure, okay? What this does is stops the roll. If you guys ever unlock this and just have this arm, he's going to trap my arm and bridge me that way. See? So I want to make sure that I have the hips. Every time he tries to bridge me and roll me, this pressure up with the heels and down with the hips is going to counteract that. He bridges. Look, his feet almost leave the floor here. See? So now I bring the notch of my wrist underneath his elbow. And I walk a spider walk my fingers here like this. He resists. As soon as he resists, push, fight, I stop. And I use the friction. He relaxes. I go again. He's like, oh, I don't want this to happen. If I keep walking while he resists, go, see? Okay? When I feel resistance, friction. Can't keep it forever. More movement, friction. See the fingertips? More movement, friction again. And then I start to move it over my head. So you understand? That's how I get it if I don't have it already. If I already have it, from like I pry from the mountain like we did today, then it's easy, super easy. But if you need to get it, you can get it that way, okay? So around the head, come put the pressure, notch of the wrist under his elbow here, walk, spider walk, take your time. Every time he fights, solid, fights, solid. Here, when I started getting up here, I started crawling and moving my head too, okay? So you don't just do this. A lot of people try that and it doesn't work. You gotta go like this with your head too, okay? And move it over, while always maintaining the pressure. Okay, so I move my head here and I go here. You understand? So I trap his tricep. If you already had this from getting them out, then you go like that and just do the second half. Okay? Once it's here, I'm going to, don't worry about this arm anymore. I lower my head down and I keep it trapped. So how do I keep power with my neck here? It's this hand. See, my right hand's turned outwards, and if he tries to fight his arm back, he's pushing right into my hand, not my neck anymore. Here, he's fighting my neck. Fight, push, see? He's gonna bug my neck. Here, go, like a rock, okay? So I get my head really low. And then from there, guys, I'm going to lock my Gable Grip together. I like to do the arm triangle with Gable Grip as opposed to other grips that people use. Okay, it's like this. Head very low. The most common mistake we make with the arm triangles, we're up here and we leave and try to choke from here. It's comfortable here for me, but it's not right. I got to lower, so it's almost a little uncomfortable for me. So my neck is by the ball of his shoulder here, right here, not anywhere on the muscle here. Okay, this arm again is super deep. Elbow flat. Sometimes we have that elbow up and shallow. Deep. Okay. Now I'm going to lock the Gable Grip and I'm going to give him a little pressure so he has to deal with the choke. He might tap there, but most times they won't. You need to leave them out. So how do I disengage? I'm going to go here, open my foot, and then I'm going to roll it back to knee on stomach over his thigh. You see now I'm in side control on the side of the choke. Some guys will be prepared, guys, for this, and they'll be trying to hook your foot and not let it out so you can't step off. But if you start choking them, I find they react in certain ways, and you can start to get your foot up. Okay, so put pressure there. You might not finish them there, but you get them reacting. Now I slide to the ground. Boom. And I sprawl. And then from there, we're going to just flex our bicep. Our left bicep flexes, okay? You actually ball it up, okay? So the more like a bicep you have, you have Gary has a really strong bicep. A couple of you guys really, very circular bicep, right? Gary's like, yeah, right, that's right, baby. Okay, that's right. Finally, some damn recognition here, Joslin. Okay, so I flex, and then I squeeze the other side until he taps. Okay, it's very subtle, slow. It's not painful. So you ball, here's the bicep, you ball it up, blood's cut off. And then you just have to push your shoulder on the other side. I don't want like nothing, and then you try to squeeze. I want ball, and then meet him there, okay? Do it a few times, and then we'll get to some of the questions here. So low mount. So many times people do this here, and then they're gone. Half guard, guard back, getting rolled. Established position, start, attack. As I walk, I move my head. It's kind of a bit of a stretch here, see? And then I feel my head get around. Gable grip. At first I can resist with my hand, he fights back, and I use my ear, guys. Don't just do this. He'll bring his arm up and over my head. Go back. You have to curve your neck sideways. See how my head touches the top of his head? Pull your hand up. See? There's a big difference between this and then doing that, see? Or dropping to the floor, You want to go around the corner. See my head? Now go. Can't. Now I lock Gable grip, and I start giving him pressure. I open my foot, rotate to the thigh fast. See? Slide. I'm still choking him, guys, almost asleep. Then I ball the bicep up more, and I just flex and squeeze to the left and right. This doesn't work, guys, when you push into his cheek. You see? Anytime his arm goes here, where it's choking him, into his jaw, it saves him from moving far enough. It has to stay here where it can go right into the throat. And that's where you get pain instead of choke. And guys will tap. The problem in training, they'll tap, but in a match, they never do. They have to feel like you're going to sleep, okay? Especially if it's the Golden Horseshoe White Belt Championship of the world, okay? And you do not want to give up, okay? So here, 1, 2, lock, fingers, walking. He fights. Everybody's going to be stronger than you there, guys, bigger than you, right? It's not strength. Move your head. And I look, here it's kind of awkward. I kind of let him move it back a bit. See, I wanted to come back a bit. Sometimes we get too much pressure here. Lock the gable, leave the mount. See, kick, slide, come out, slight angle, head super low. You're not gonna feel comfortable here. You're gonna wanna be here. It feels good. This feels like it's almost hurting my own, like I'm stretching my own neck here. Now you ball up and squeeze left and right. Watch my pressures. This way, not this. Even this won't work. See? You need to go like that, right towards the bicep. So 1, 2, head low, and just left and right. No forward, no backward, little hug. Inhale, and make him tap. Okay? If it doesn't work, don't necessarily have to go harder. Just give it more time. And if it doesn't work after 10 seconds, your choke sucks. We have to fix that. Okay, something's wrong. Raise your hand. Ask a question. Okay.
When you cut across and you're on your weight on your stomach, are you using leverage of your leg on that choke as well?
So, I'd say the fact that I'm slightly out gives me a bit better chance to push in.
Are you turning your hips at all?
Nope. No, that's a good question. This is mostly bicep and neck. Boom. Like a headlock. Do like a reverse headlock. Normal headlock would be here. This is up here. It's like it's all in there. Okay? There's a few more things I add to it if you guys grab his leg, do stuff. But that's like the general one that works most times. Gi and no gi's exact same, guys.
If their arm is if they're trying to move their arm back,
yeah,
and it's kind of moving away from there, and it's kind of going on there.
So that's a good question. That's a good question. I think so what he's saying is guys will feel the triangle and then they start going like that on purpose. Okay, that's a good, really good question. And that comes back to the detail that I shared about what guys. Can you remember?
The head.
About the head and the angle, not the head just trapping. So as soon as you walk, so I walk this up. As soon as I get my head down, you need to go around. So you close the upwards line. Now he goes up with his arm, different story. Look, we're probably there. It's not much different. Arm up, on your cheek. Yeah, see? Is that what you mean there? Go back, arm up, Yeah.
So if you make the mistake and they kind of get there, is there any way you can force it back?
It's pretty tough, I think, yeah. They're pretty strong, and they're like way up on the floor, put on the floor, and then he kind of lost it, and like sometimes I have to bail. He comes back down, and I'm second chance, you know. He's not getting anywhere good, he's just surviving. But if he puts it up, I think if he's strong, and then you're trying to bring it, and he knows what you want, even if he's not stronger than you, I think they can stop you.
Yeah, my question is connected to that. Like, I do the same thing. Like, I would like wrap my head around to block that
Yeah.
arm, right? So then I'd go to the other part where you like, go
switch.
to the side, right? So by that time when you go to the side and the arm's not connected, do you just let go, or can you reposition the arm when you're on that side? Readjust it from the
So
side?
that's a whole nother issue. Are you saying they're grabbing their head, or are you saying they're just putting their arm a little high, it's out of position? Are you saying it's out of position, or are they grabbing their own ear like that?
No, it's out of position.
Okay. It won't get out of position unless, you might not be in position at the beginning, like maybe you think like your head's
Yeah, that's what I
snapping.
mean. So like when I'm there, I'm not doing the head part to lock it, right?
Right.
So I just have it a little bit.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
right there.
that's just a
and then I go
yeah.
to the side.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to the side. That's
Yeah.
a good question, okay?
So I just normally let it go at
Yeah.
that point because I know, okay, I can't readjust it.
Yeah.
So where if I do go that deep, do I just let it go? Or
Yeah.
is it
No,
something
if you went
readjust?
for it and you didn't have it and you lost it, that's just a little error, that's
Okay.
all, okay? But so what he's saying, watch me, his arm's there,
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that trapped here, and then I'm leaving. No. I go around and I get it. And then I'm confident, I go. There's way too much of a fact, especially if they're fighting, push back a bit, and then guys are trying to go off now,
Yeah.
and then the guy's got his own fist, grab your own fist, and then you're trying to close it.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's what
I gotta dominate it as soon as I trap it, it's gotta be a trap head around, and then I leave. I do not leave the mount. Just
Okay.
because the arm's between our heads. That's a good question. Sometimes you feel like the arm's just between your heads, and you're like, okay, I'm going. No, it's not about that. You guys way too strong, because then you get stronger over here. okay? Yeah, exactly. So when I walk it, I move my head, I solidify, and when I feel confident, only when I feel really good, I leave. If he fights at all, back, and I don't get it, he's pushing my neck more, I don't jump, even though I have the position, because he's going to overpower me more here. Yeah, and that's what's happening to you, I think.
Yeah.
Make sense?
That's exactly.
So don't go unless you feel. You know, and that's experience. So when you did that 3 or 4 times in a match, it didn't work, no more jumping off.
Yeah.
Just stay in mount. Yeah, I'd rather stay in mount, let go and cross choke, and then maybe try again later.
Yeah.
Good question. Really good. Okay, let's try 1, 2.